Your Bitcoin wallet may be safe today, but the rise of quantum computers could change everything. Here's what you need to know. What if the technology of tomorrow could hack the unhackable? Quantum computers might just rewrite the rules of cryptocurrency security. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are often called secure and unhackable, but there's a new technology on the horizon that could change that: quantum computers. Unlike the computers we use today, quantum computers are incredibly powerful machines that work in a completely different way. They take advantage of the strange rules of quantum mechanics, and because of this, they might one day pose a serious threat to cryptocurrencies. Let's dive into why that's the case and what it means for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. First, to understand the threat, we need to talk about how cryptocurrencies work. Bitcoin, for example, relies on something called cryptography. This is like a secret code that keeps your data safe. When you make a transaction with Bitcoin, it uses a system called public key cryptography. You have a private key, which is like your password, and a public key, which is shared with others to prove that the Bitcoin belongs to you. As long as no one knows your private key, your Bitcoin is safe. The problem is that the security of these cryptographic systems depends on how hard it is to solve certain math problems. For regular computers, these problems are nearly impossible to solve in a reasonable time, but quantum computers could change that. A powerful quantum computer could use something called Shor's algorithm to break the encryption that protects private keys. In simple terms, this means that if someone had a quantum computer, they could figure out your private key just by looking at your public key, and they could steal your Bitcoin or impersonate you in transactions. Now, you might be thinking, but I don't share my private key with anyone. That's true, but every time you send a Bitcoin transaction, your public key is revealed. So if someone with a quantum computer is watching, they could grab your public key and start working on cracking it. Even though quantum computers aren't powerful enough to do this today, experts believe it could become possible within the next 10 to 20 years. Another way quantum computers could affect cryptocurrencies is through mining. Bitcoin mining is the process of solving complex puzzles to validate transactions and create new blocks in the blockchain. This process uses a hashing algorithm called SHA-256. Right now, mining is done by regular computers and specialized hardware called ASICs. Quantum computers, however, could potentially solve these puzzles much faster using a method called Grover's algorithm. While this wouldn't completely break mining, it could give quantum miners an unfair advantage, making it harder for regular miners to compete. But the biggest concern isn't just about stealing individual bitcoins or disrupting mining, it's about trust. Cryptocurrencies are built on the idea of decentralization and security. If people start to believe that quantum computers could hack into wallets or manipulate the blockchain, confidence in the entire system could collapse. That would be devastating for Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies. So is this something to worry about today? Not really. The quantum computers we have right now are nowhere near powerful enough to crack Bitcoin's cryptography. They are still in the experimental phase and struggle with even simple problems compared to what Bitcoin's encryption would require. But that doesn't mean we can ignore the threat. Technology is advancing rapidly, and it's only a matter of time before quantum computers become a real challenge. The good news is that people are already working on solutions. Researchers and developers in the crypto world are developing new types of cryptography that are resistant to quantum computers. These are called quantum-resistant or post-quantum cryptographic algorithms. The idea is that before quantum computers become powerful enough to pose a threat, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin can update their systems to use these new algorithms. Transitioning to quantum-resistant cryptography won't be easy. It will require careful planning and global coordination, especially since cryptocurrencies operate on decentralized networks. But it's not impossible. Some cryptocurrencies are already experimenting with quantum-resistant technologies, and even Bitcoin developers are starting to think about how to make the system more secure for the future. In summary, quantum computers could one day crack the encryption that keeps Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies safe. They could also disrupt mining and undermine trust in the entire system. But for now, this is a problem for the future, not today. Developers and researchers are working hard to make sure that when the quantum era arrives, cryptocurrencies are ready. So while it's something to keep an eye on, there's no need to panic just yet. Instead, it's an exciting reminder of how technology is always evolving and pushing us to innovate and adapt.